Stand at the front of your mat, feet together. Feel your feet pressing into the mat, rooting down into the earth. Hug your legs together and grow taller from that root, drawing the navel in and up, lifting the chest and the crown of your head. Pull the shoulders gently back and reach the fingertips toward the floor. Feel that strong line of energy from the root of your feet all the way up through the crown of your head. And then bring your focus to your breath. Start to deepen slowly your inhales and lengthen out your exhales, emptying out the lungs. Allow natural expansion in the abdomen and ribs as you inhale. And slowly, gently empty it all out. One more in stillness. And then on your inhale, reach your arms out and up overhead. Interlace your fingers together and turn the palms up, stretching from the hips all the way up the sides of the waist, the back of the arms, the inner forearms and wrists. Breathing steadily. And now step the left foot back a few feet. Root the heel down and then tilt your spine to the right, feeling the stretch in the left side body increase a bit more. Maybe all the way down to the hip flexors. Inhaling, come back to a neutral spine. Exhale, bring your arms down as you step forward. Inhale again, reach out and up. Interlace the fingers, and as you exhale, turn the palms up toward the ceiling. Now stepping right foot a few feet back, press the heel to the floor to get that extra bonus of a calf stretch. Lengthen from hips up through the sides of the waist and the arms, and then tilt to the left. Getting a little deeper stretch in the right side body, the right hip flexors, the lats on the right side. Breathing steadily, smoothly. Next inhale, neutralize the spine. Exhale, release the arms down as you step your feet forward again. Roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. And then one more time. Inhaling and exhaling. Now let's interlace the fingers behind the back. Try to have the palms together. Roll the shoulder heads away from your chest and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Maybe you peel the hands away from the lower back. Feel that opening across the chest. The heart center expands. Breathe deeply and smoothly. Now on your inhale, create more lift. Root the feet down and lift the sternum. Maybe look up a little. Exhale with the knees unlocked, bend forward at the hips, forward fold with the fingers still interlaced behind the back. Allow your head to hang and be heavy. If your neck is kind of stiff, feel free to gently nod your head yes and no. If you'd like to bring the Ujjayi breath into the practice now, you're welcome to, with that gentle constriction at the back of the throat, creating some internal heat. One more slow, deep breath in here. And as you exhale, bring your arms back toward the lower back before releasing them to the floor. Inhale, lift head, then chest, half fold, spine stays straight. Exhale, fold back down, plant your palms, downward dog. Take some time here to settle into the pose. Feel free to pedal out the legs if you'd like to. Maybe add some hip stretching by as one knee bends forward crosses to the opposite side, keeping the foot where it was. Notice your breath. And now go back to stillness if there's any movement. On your inhale, lift your right leg up. Open your hips, bend your knee, and exhale. Inhale, come back to one-legged downward dog. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Come to a low lunge, letting the top of the left foot rest on the floor. Peel your belly off your thigh to come upright and reach your arms up overhead. While we're here, make gentle fists and circle your wrists around a couple of times in one direction, and then reverse. Reach the fingertips back up again. And as you inhale, reach your arms out and back, open up the chest, maybe looking up. Exhale, bring your hands to frame the foot, step back to downward dog. Inhaling, lift the left leg up, open your hips, bend your knee, and exhale. Inhale back to one-legged downward dog. Exhale, step the foot through, lower the right knee to the floor and let the top of the foot rest. Peel your belly off the thigh to come upright and reach the arms up overhead. Now here we're going to squeeze the fists and then spread the fingers out. Squeeze the fists, spread the fingers out. One more time, squeeze fists, spread the fingers out. Inhale, reach out and back. Open up the chest once again, maybe look up. Exhale, frame left foot, downward dog. All the fingers are spread, all the knuckles are rooted down. Draw weight up and out of the arms and a little more back into the legs. Now come high up on the tiptoes to start the movement, coming into plank. Breathe in as you move forward. Exhale, bring your knees, chest, and chin to the floor, Ashtanga Namaskar. Slide the chest forward, hips down, Cobra, inhale. And let's reach back now for Locust as you exhale. Reach your arms back. Lower down the chest just a bit, and then as you inhale, lift it back up, squeezing the legs together. Exhale, come down just a little. Inhale, come back up. Hips are pressing into the mat. Exhale, lower. Inhale, one more time, lift up. Legs very straight and firm. Exhale, hands under shoulders, tuck the toes, downward dog. Inhaling, lift the right leg up. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Lower the left knee to the floor and shift into a half split with the right leg straight, spine neutral. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, if you fold, think low belly toward upper thigh, low ribs toward the knee, chest moving forward more than down. While we're here, let's shift the weight into the left hand to take the top of the right hand to the floor. And then come back to the right palm and take the top of the left hand to the floor. Fingertips facing you. Back to both palms again. Inhale, low lunge. Move the right foot over to the right. Turn the toes out and let the knee come out to the side, rolling to the pinky toe side of the foot. Right hand can rest on the thigh, or if you're pretty flexible, you can lift the back foot and grab it with the right hand. Find that steady breath rhythm. Deep breath in. Exhale, release the foot. Come to lizard. Your right foot is now parallel to the long edge of the mat. Hands are inside of it, so there's some hip abduction here in the right hip. The foot is out to the right. You're welcome to lift the left knee to add more work, straightening the leg at the knee and contracting the glutes. Inhale slowly. Exhale, lift the hips, step back to downward dog. Go high to the tiptoes, press to plank, inhale. Exhale again, Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, Cobra. And then let's reach back again for Locust. Inhale, lift into your back bend, hold it this time. Feel free to lift the legs as well by using the glutes and quads. If you'd like this time, you can interlace your fingers behind your back. Notice if you feel a little lopsided after doing one side for a few poses and not the other. Inhale slowly. Exhale, hands under shoulders, press up to downward dog. Inhaling, lift your left leg up toward the ceiling. Exhale, step your foot through lower right knee and shift back into Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Think of a cow action in the spine if you're familiar with cat-cow. And if you fold down on your exhale, zipper the belly against the thigh instead of collapsing the spine. Now let's take weight a little more into the right hand. Go to the top of the left hand with fingertips facing you. And then switch. Top of the right hand on the mat, fingertips facing you. And back to both hands. Inhale, come forward to your lunge and move the left foot over just a little. Turn toes out. Knee goes to the side as you roll to the pinky toe side of the foot. Left hand resting on left thigh or reaching back to grab the right foot. Notice your breath. Keep it steady. Keep it full. Taking in prana, life force. Slowly inhale. Exhale, release. Come back for lizard. Both hands are inside your left foot, and now the foot is parallel to the long edge of the mat. You can stay like this or lift the right knee, straightening the leg and contracting the glutes. If the wrists get tired, you can make fists and go to them. Deep breath in. Exhaling, lift up the hips and step back to downward dog. Press up to tiptoes, come to plank, inhale. Exhale, Ashtanga Namaskar. Feel free to do Chaturanga if you prefer. Inhale, Cobra, or you can come to Upward Dog. And if you're in Upward Dog, go down to the belly and untuck the toes again for Locust. Squeezing the shoulder blades back, legs together. Maybe interlacing fingers behind the back. And here, notice if you feel a little more evened out or if maybe you still feel a little lopsided. Inhale slowly. And then exhaling, bring hands under shoulders, press up to all fours. For thread the needle, the right hand stays forward, left arm will thread underneath, coming down to shoulder and the side of the head. And let's take the right arm behind the back for a half bind. You can take the fingers into the hip crease if you're flexible for that. Roll the right shoulder away from the chest. And if you'd like a little added challenge, you can lift the right knee and slide the toes back on the mat. Remember to breathe. Slowly inhale. Exhaling, bring the knee down if it's up. Right hand to the mat, press up. Move left hand forward, thread right arm underneath. Twist at the waist to come down. And when you come down to the shoulder, you might roll a little more toward your back to stretch the right side of your traps a little bit more. Left arm behind the back for a bind, maybe fingers into the hip crease. Another option is to have the top of the hand against the lower back. And then feel free to lift the left knee and slide the toes back on the mat. Breathe. Inhale slowly and deeply. And then exhaling, bring the knee down if it's up. Left hand presses down, come up to tabletop. And then lower down to your belly. Extend the right arm out to the side, palm on the floor. Roll the right shoulder head up away from the mat and then roll to your right side. Getting a stretch in the chest on the right side. Keeping a bend in that right elbow and keeping the shoulder head up off the floor will help keep the stretch in the chest. Option is to bend the left knee and bring your foot to the floor with the knee facing up to add a hip stretch. One more inhale. And then exhaling, come back down to your belly and switch sides. So left arm will go out to the side. Lift the front of your shoulder up and then roll to the left. Take some time to adjust so that you're comfortable. Maybe bend the right knee facing the ceiling, the foot behind the left. Inhale slowly. Exhale, come back down to the belly. Bring your hands under your shoulders, tuck toes under, either through tabletop or plank. Press back up to downward dog. Inhale, look forward. Come to tiptoes, bend your knees. Exhale, walk or float the hips up and land the feet forward. Inhale, lift head, then chest, half fold. Exhale, fold back down. Have your feet together, sit back into Utkatasana with hands to heart center, fierce pose. And now bring your arms to goalpost arms. Have the inner ankles just slightly apart, big toes still together. Inner knees lightly touching, not pressing hard. And aim for an even angle, the same angle in your ankles, knees, and hips. One more deep breath in. Exhale, stand, release your arms down and back behind you, palms facing forward or up. Adding an extra chest stretch, heart opener. And relax your arms. Okay, now let's step the right foot back, going into a wide-legged stance with the feet parallel to each other. You can do the C variation with your fingers interlaced behind your back, or feel free to do the B variation where you take the fingertips up, heel of the palm toward the upper butt cheeks, and then elbows close together behind you. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, lead with the chest, fold forward. Another option is reverse namaste with the palms together behind the back, fingertips facing the head. Find that steady, full breath rhythm. Inhaling slowly, deeply. Exhaling slowly and entirely. One more deep breath in. Exhaling, release your arms down. Come into a half fold, wide-legged half fold. Inhale. Left hand goes to the middle. Exhale, right hand behind the back for a bind as you twist to the right, making sure that the right hip doesn't pop up. Maybe reach the hand far enough to grab the front of the left thigh. And if you're feeling pretty open, you can grab the outside of the right foot with left hand, pull against it to help you twist a little bit more. Maybe looking up at the ceiling in your rotation. Deep breath in. Exhale, release the bind and the twist. Inhale, halfway up, bringing right hand to middle. Exhale, left arm behind the back, twisting to the left, keeping left hip low, hips level to the floor. Maybe look off to the side. Maybe grab right thigh with the hand, left hand. And maybe grabbing the outside of the left foot, folding down a bit more and twisting deeper. Slowly breathe in. Exhale, release the bind and the twist. Inhale, halfway up. Bring the heels in, toes out. Exhale, goddess. Arms up and out to the sides like goalposts. Press the knees apart, opening up the hips. And breathe. Inhale slowly. Exhale, Trikonasana, right side. Straighten both legs, right toes out, left heel kicks out, arms out to the sides. Reach to the right. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up. Right hip drops down toward the left foot here. Find your steady breath. Maybe your gaze is up to the left fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, frame your right foot with your hands and reposition your left foot for pyramid. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, if you fold down, zipper the belly across the right thigh. And then once you're in your fold, interlace your fingers behind the back, roll the shoulder heads away from your chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together behind you. Breathe steady. Both feet rooting down, pressing into the earth. Inhale. Exhale, release your arms down, put a bend in the front knee. Option is to step to downward dog, or you can hop to chaturanga, making sure that the elbows are bent when you land, so there's less impact on your shoulders. And then come to upward dog, inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, look forward, go to tiptoes, bend your knees like you're spring loading. Exhale, walk or float, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive to stand, reaching out and up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Step your left foot back, wide-legged forward fold stance. For the D variation of Prasarita Padottanasana, start with hands at hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bend at the hips, folding down. And then reach your arms out, take your peace fingers, hook them around your big toes, thumbs to the toenail. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lifting tailbone up higher. Exhale, elbows bend out to the sides as your head comes down. Shoulders not hunching up, so think shoulder blades drawing down the spine toward the waist. And breathe. Deep, full inhales. Long, slow exhales. One more full breath cycle here. And exhale, release your toes. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, heels in, toes out, knees bent back into goddess. Breathe in. Exhale, Trikonasana. Left toes out, right heel kicks back, arms out. Drop the left hip as you reach to the left. And then bring hand down, right arm up. Maybe you rotate the neck to look up toward right fingertips. Root down both feet, pressing the ball of the big toe into the mat just as much as the ball of the pinky toes. Heels pressing down inside and outside. Inhale slowly. Exhale, frame your left foot and reposition yourself for pyramid. So your feet are now at a hip width distance left and right. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold back down. Option here is to interlace fingers behind the back like we did on the other side, or come to reverse namaste. Hands behind the back, closing the palms together like a book, and elbows pulling back behind you. The more you're able to press the feet down evenly, the better the chances are of balancing. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release the arms, put a bend in the front knee. Inhale, halfway up or so, lengthening the spine. Exhale can shoot you to chaturanga or step to downward dog and flow through there. Hopping back, elbows bend when you land. Upward dog on your inhale. Exhale, downward dog. From your downward dog, lower the right forearm down to the mat, and then the left coming into dolphin. Lift up out of your shoulders, draw weight further back into the legs. Think of wrapping the back of the arms around toward your feet. Unshrug. Now go up to the tiptoes, look forward and start walking your feet closer to your elbows, stacking shoulders above the wrists. Lift the right leg up, one-legged dolphin. If forearm stand is in your practice, you're welcome to come into it. Lower the right leg down. Walk the feet back once again and see if maybe you can press up both arms at the same time to go to downward dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk or hop. Forward fold. Take the feet hip width. Grab opposite elbows. Let yourself hang here for a couple of breaths, giving the arms a break. Release your arms. Inhale, halfway up. Create that length in the spine again. Exhale, fold and step to downward dog. From your downward dog, lower left forearm to the mat, and then the right, coming into dolphin once again. Check your alignment, draw up out of the shoulders, press your chest back toward your legs. Keep that unshrug action in the shoulder blades. And then go to the tiptoes and start walking your feet forward, stacking shoulders above the elbows. Lift your left leg up toward the ceiling. You can let the right heel drop back here if you'd like, or stay on the tiptoes, or come into your forearm stand. Keep checking in with your breath. And lower back down. Walk your feet back to dolphin. Press down the palms, lift up both forearms or one at a time, downward dog. And this time looking back at your feet, walk your hands back to them to come into your forward fold. Relax here, let your arms take a break. Inhale, come halfway up. Create that length in the spine once again. Exhaling, walk your hands forward, come to downward dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, pigeon. The knee will come behind the right wrist. Left leg crawls back. Butt cheek rests down on something, whether it's the floor or a block. Engage the core. Start making your way upright. Stay here or lift the back foot. Reach back with your left hand and grab it. You might start holding the outside of the foot in time. Maybe you walk the fingers over the tips of the toes to take the hand inside the foot, and then you can pull the foot closer to you to get a deeper quad stretch. This will also make it easier to bring the foot into the elbow crease to be able to reach the right arm up and clasp the fingers for a mermaid variation. Keep breathing steadily. Slowly inhale. And exhale, release right arm, left foot, and fold over your right leg, resting your forehead down on your arms. One more deep, full breath cycle here. And inhaling, walk the hands back in, prop yourself up. Exhale back to downward dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, open your hips, bend your knee, and exhale. Stay here or flip into wild thing if it's in your practice. Back into one-legged downward dog. And then both feet down, downward dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, come into pigeon with the knee behind the wrist. Right leg crawls back until the left butt cheek can be down on the floor or a block or a pillow. Draw the low belly in to engage your core and then start walking your hands towards you to prop yourself up. There is a slight back bend component here. That's one reason it's important to keep the core engaged so that the lower back doesn't start to get achy. Maybe reach back, grab the right foot, making your way with the fingers over the top of the toes to the inside of the foot. It can be tempting to lock the elbow here, so make sure that doesn't happen. The shoulder rolls back, the elbow stays bent, and then maybe you pull the foot closer to you, getting a deeper quadriceps stretch on the right side. From there, you might take the foot into the elbow crease, reaching the left arm up and behind you to clasp fingers for a mermaid variation. In this back bend, maintain core engagement and breath control. Deep breath in and exhaling, release left arm, right foot. Take your time to fold over your left leg, resting your head on your forearms crossed over each other. One more full breath here. And on your inhale, prop yourself back up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Open your hips, bend your knee, exhaling. Maybe flip into wild thing if it's in your practice. Find your way back to one-legged downward dog. And then both feet down, downward dog. From here, we're going to come down to the back. So you're welcome to practice hopping. From here, we're going to come down to lying on the back. You can get there any way that's comfortable for you. One option is to try hopping your feet through your hands to sit and then lie down. You'll come to tiptoes, bend your knees, spring loading. Hips float above the shoulders, feet shoot underneath you. And then lie down on your back. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees out to the sides. Rest your arms at your sides, palms facing up. Close your eyes. And just take some time to let yourself settle, let yourself relax. Maybe you feel your heart beating faster. Slow down your breath. Just slow down your heartbeat. On your next exhale, gently draw your knees together and hug your knees to your chest. If it feels nice to rock side to side, you're welcome to. If you'd like to massage the sacral area, maybe you circle the knees in big or small circles, moving in one direction for a few rounds and then switching direction. Come back to stillness and release your feet to the floor, hip width apart. Bring your hands behind you for wheel. Feel free to do bridge instead if you prefer. Lift the hips, push the hands down along with the feet to come up. Breathe steady. Feel the expansion across the front of the ribs, the chest, the armpits. And now come back down. Move your hips over to the right edge of the mat. Take your knees up toward your chest and over to your left for a spinal twist. Extending arms out to the sides, palms facing up. Close your eyes And continue that steady breath rhythm, pranayama, breath control, life force control. By controlling the breath, you control the life force. On your next inhale, bring the knees back up to center, straighten your spine, and then move your hips to the left. Take the knees up and over to your right. This side might feel different. Very rarely are we symmetrical, if ever. Breathe in slowly and deeply, feeling the expansion in the ribs. Exhale slowly, feeling yourself relax more and more. On your inhale, bring knees back up. Straighten your spine. And then extend your legs down to the mat, getting set up for Shavasana. Just a few minutes in relaxation, complete relaxation. If you need some space, take your arms and legs a little wider. If you feel like you need to protect yourself, maybe take them a little closer together. If you feel like you need a little space, a little more expansion in your life, take your arms and legs apart. If you feel like you need to be a little more reserved at whatever stage you're in life, maybe your arms and legs stay a little closer. Close your eyes if they're not already. Feel the heaviness of your head. Lift the eyebrows gently like you're surprised, and then let them gently, slowly relax back to normal. Turn up your smile muscles, and then let them relax back to normal. Find some space between your top and bottom teeth. Feel the weight of your shoulder blades as they sink down, making more contact with the ground. Feel the weight of your spine with that natural little lift in the lower back. Relax your hips. Relax your legs. Relax your arms. And just let go. Begin to deepen your breath. Bring some gentle organic movements into the body to wake it back up. Give yourself one more stretch, whatever might call out to you. Bend your knees, roll gently to one side so that you can slowly press yourself into a seated position. And a closing mantra. Bring your hands to your heart and close your eyes. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste.